take a look at what we have here. This is a great place actually in Daegu. It's perhaps the last standing spot for videotapes. My last place I would go is another place nearby, but it closed down sadly. So this is the last guy in Daegu for videotapes. I mean, in the wild, of course, we can still find tapes in Korea if you check online. There are a few stores in Seoul, but outside of Seoul, like here in Daegu, this is the last spot, at least the last one that I know of. This guy used to have mostly erotic films, as you can see right here. Stuff like this, like Korean erotic films. Some of them are really cool, by the way. Like you have like old stuff like this, which is really great. But he just got a bunch of new tapes today, and I think it's been like 5 years, not 5 years, but maybe 2 years since he got like new stuff. So I'm really excited. Just a little thing though, I cheated a bit with this video. I browsed through his inventory yesterday and I pulled out maybe 17 tapes. So it's not like I'm not gonna cheat. I'm not gonna hide any tapes in those piles and say like, oh my god, look what I found. No, I already found like some amazing stuff, although I didn't check everything, so it's possible that I do find some cool things in there. But after this video I'm gonna show you what I got. So this is more like a tour of this amazing place here. As you can see, it's like full of great stuff. Maybe there's more great stuff. And after I'm going to show you what I got. So by the way, oh my god, right there, oh, this is one I forgot yesterday. I'm going to take it today for sure. So there we go. This is it says Shadow by Dario Argento, but this is actually Tenebrae. It's pretty hard to come by these days, and this copy is, I mean, it's a bit dirty, but everything here is dusty. I'll show you my hands after I finish browsing. I have to go through all these tapes today because there's many things I do not know about, but I'll show you my hands and it's not going to be pretty. So I'm going to put this one aside right away. Let's put it on the pile here. Here we got another cool one. It's been there for a while. I've seen it like last time, class of 1999. I don't know why I didn't take it. Maybe I'm going to take it today. Why not? See, I'm doing thing with like I'm holding the cam. I'm a one-man army. Don't have anyone to help me out. And oh yeah, that's the reason I didn't take it last time. Jeez, it's pretty moldy. Yeah, that's nasty. So I'm not gonna take this. Anyway, we'll see if it's something I can clean up or not. So, well, it's a bit of a cramped place here. By the way, it's funny because this place is such a mess. Oh my god. Here are like a few cool things he received, by the way. So I don't know if you can see well. So like stuff like the DNS spines here. This is quite rare, although I don't know if it's something anyone would like to have. Movie with Tony Curtis. Another DNS right here. Don't know what that one is. It says on the spine here, The Dark Side of Love. All right. Well, not for me. What else do we have? See, here's like a whole bunch of tapes right there at the top. I need to go through all this stuff once again and go, because I don't know, you cannot really see, but there's like one row here, another row there. There's like 4 rows of tapes on those shelves, and there's like 1, 2, 3 shelves, and here we got like 1, 2 stacks. So that's really a lot of tape I have to go through. It may take me like 2 or 3 hours. And look at this, a little puppy. All right, so let's get to work and let's check what they have here. Okay, so I'm back from the video hunt. It was actually quite good. Usually I do get like maybe a dozen or maybe maximum 20 tapes, but this time around I was able to bring back no less than 41 tapes, and I do have to go back to maybe grab another 20 that I put aside. I wasn't too sure, but and with afterthought, I'll probably grab them. So I don't want to waste more of your time on this video, and let's just get straight to what I got. I won't show you everything because there are like maybe 2 or 3 tapes that are a bit too, as we would say in French, osé, which means just a bit maybe too. They're like erotic tapes, so it's not really good for YouTube. I cannot really show you those tapes. I mean, I have other tapes in the same genre, which I can clearly show you because the covers are a bit more tame, but those 2 or 3, I will keep them aside. So let's start with some Asian films. So first of all, I was able to grab those 4 tapes right here. So those 4 tapes, what they are, I think it's kind of a compilation of Taiwanese TV. So TV shows, but what grabbed my attention was this right here. I don't know if you can see it well, but this little mushroom guy, does it remind you of something? Well, it was featured in the previous video, which was about the Friendly Shock movie. So believe it or not, Friendly Shock was actually, I mean, the character was part of a TV show in Taiwan. I do not know exactly the name of the TV show. It's in Chinese, whatever, but here it says like Mushroom Boy, and here it says the Taiwanese ET. So it's pretty much the same thing. And this series, I believe, they're just talking about some weird Taiwanese TV shows, mostly for kids and like fantasy stuff. So as you can see here, like a collection of Asian weirdness, so to speak. So it says it has like 5 episodes. Sorry for the glare here. So 5 episodes, and they're all different. I think they're all different TV shows. So the first one would be The Mushroom Boy, which is the Taiwanese ET, and the other ones would be other fantasy stuff. So that's really cool. And I do have 4 tapes. So according to the back of the tape, it says 5 episodes. So what I think is each tape is one of those stories or episodes, with our Taiwanese ET being tape number 1. So it means it's missing 1 tape. So it may be back there with all the other tapes. I have to go browse again. They were all scattered. I mean, I found like 2 in one place, another one in another place, and another one like further down somewhere else. So maybe there's like the 5th tape still there. I don't know. But still, if it's the case and I cannot find it, it doesn't really matter because each tape is 90 minutes. So I believe each tape is like one separate episode of something that doesn't have to do with the next tape. So that's pretty fun. So let's put this aside and let's go to something else Asian. So the next one is, I believe you know this, it's called RoboForce, or I Love Maria. It was like a Hong Kong category 3 film from like I think it was the early 90s. Really cool film. Like, of course, it's a clin d'oeil to RoboCop. Really cool tape in great condition. By the way, those tapes were so dusty. It was horrible. It took me, I would say, maybe 3 hours to clean them all. I mean, I cleaned the tapes inside. I mean, inside the boxes and everything. So anyway, it took me a long time, but now they're pretty clean, pretty good. So let's move on to the next one. This is Korean. It's called, sorry, I'm trying to make focus here. I'm sorry, I don't have a tripod at the moment. It's kind of annoying. Okay, so this is called Your Mother is a Chosun Whore. I know it sounds like pretty much like cursing someone. Well, it's a war drama about, of course, prostitutions and the comfort women and the bad Japanese invasion and stuff. So I've been after this film for a while, but every time I look on websites, and it's always sold out. And it wasn't too expensive back then, but now it's really hard to find. And I was really happy to find it today. And the copy is in pretty good shape. So that's a good take. All right, next one. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, like Kung Fu people, I do not remember the title of this. I used to know it, but it just slipped my mind. Very popular film. also like kung fu and black magic and stuff. It's a really nice copy, although it's a bit damaged at the bottom here. Like it has like a bit of tape, like old tape. I didn't dare to remove it. I don't want to rip the cover even more because it's missing like a tiny chunk here. But otherwise, the overall look of this tape is really clean. So that's why I grabbed it. After cleaning, it looks pretty decent. Okay, next one. This here, this I think it's fairly rare. It's called, well, I was trying to figure out what the title is, but it says The Call Girls. So The Call Girls, after I checked on KMDB, not KMDB, sorry, Hong Kong HKMDB, Hong Kong Movie Database, sorry. It turns out that it's a 1973, 74 film featuring a famous actress, oh my god, I'm just gonna scrap her name, so I'd rather not say it. But anyway, a famous actress, I think she played with, like, in one of the Bruce Lee films or something. Anyway, this film, I think, has some erotic elements. Of course, that's why they say ero here. Ero stands for erotic in Korean. I mean, not in Korean, but in Korea, when they say ero, it just means erotica. So I believe also there's a web rip floating around that you can find of this film, which is widescreen with subtitles and everything. But is it a complete version? Because all web rips usually are cut. So chances are, if this tape is rare, and it is, because it's the first time I do see this, chances are maybe there are like little bits and pieces that are not in the web rip. I mean, this is wishful thinking, but I would say that perhaps there's like a bit more skin in this version, if they're like erotic scenes, as a matter of fact. So that was a great grab right there. Next one, I got this film here, which is a Korean action film, probably drama as well. I don't know, it looked rare, and Sejong, it's a very old label, so I grabbed it because that's the kind of stuff that you won't find in the wild. Unfortunately, not anymore. Those rare old tapes, like that's like late 80s, 1989 release, you won't find that. And it's in top shape. I mean, it's not even, doesn't even have any sun fade on the side. So that's why I grabbed it. That was like a no-brainer. Next one, another Korean sort of drama slash gangster film. This actress it's very good. Like she used to be popular in the like late 80s. I think she did like one erotic film at the time when erotic cinema in Korea was kind of taboo. And she moved on to, of course, making like TV stuff and more dramas. And that's one of them. I used to have that one. I sold it. So when I saw that, I just grabbed it because, once again, it's kind of rare, and it's another like late 80s release. This one is from not Samsung. Forgot which. Anyways, very good copy. I grabbed it. Next one. This here, once again, it looks like a Japanese film from the from the artwork, from the picture, maybe like a Chinese film, but definitely not a Korean film. It says Woman's Life. Probably like some action, erotica drama, I don't know. I just grabbed it. I grabbed it simply because it's a Han Cinema, and Han Cinema, or Han Cinetown, I really kind of like their label. Again, they're specialized in erotica, but the graphics and stuff, I'm in love with that label. It's really good. So that's why I took it. And it's one of the films that's usually out of what they do usually, because like I said, they're mostly into erotica. So this is more like maybe stuff they released on the side to make extra money. So maybe it's like some kind of cool Hong Kong film, or I don't know. I'll have to check. Or if you do know what this is, please comment down below, and we can identify this film. Okay, I'm sorry, there's so many. Trying not to stick too long to one film. Of course, right here, I'll just go more quickly. See this label here? This is Oasis. Oasis was pretty much the, I think I mentioned that in a previous video, but that was the Vestron, or the, yeah, pretty much the Vestron of Korea. Why? Because all the Vestron titles were released under Oasis. And I found like maybe 5 or 6 of them, but 2 were like dramas and I couldn't care less, so I left them there. But here you have, of course, Reanimator, and this copy is just gorgeous. I've never found a copy like this clean. I mean, it wasn't clean when I found it, to be honest, but I mean, this crisp and not even any sun fade on the side. That is like unique. I know a place in Seoul that has a copy for sale, but it's so far from being that nice. I mean, it's actually a bit ratty. So this copy is pristine. That's why I grabbed it. Another Oasis right there, Warrior Queen. And again, this is another very clean copy. Maybe not the most like pristine copy I ever found. I found another copy which I sold to someone in Switzerland, and I believe his copy is slightly better, but not too far better than this one. Again, well, the casing is a bit like maybe beat up, but the sleeve is clean, so that's a nice, cool one. Another one here, again, from our Oasis label. This one is Hannah D, the girl from Vondel Park. So that was, I forgot his name, something Silvestri, Italian director. I believe this was, of course, a ripoff of Christian F. That came out like around like 1984 or something. So another really cool tape right there. And finally, yet another Oasis, and once again, another like unfaded spine. Very cool. So this one is Sword Kill, science fiction with Sony Chiba. I believe it says produced by Charles Band and Larry, directed by Larry Carroll. I don't know, because usually this is like, I think it's been released 1989. And to be honest, in the late 80s up to the mostly like the mid 90s, like even before that, all the Japanese tapes, I mean Japanese movies, were kind of illegal in Korea. I mean, they were banned, they were never released. There was a law against that, whatever. Eventually, I think it was like Takashi Kitano with his movie Anabi, Fireworks. That was the first Japanese movie to be released in Korea officially on videotape and so on. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the one. But this is kind of with the Japanese actors, so it's kind of an oddball film to be released, although, it's like, okay, fine, this is a Japanese actor, but we'll let it slide. So anyway, 4 great films and 4 great copies of Oasis tapes. I was so happy about this. All right, so let's put this aside. Next one, Maniac Cop. I mean, wow. This copy is just, again, very clean, very gorgeous. I have another copy at home which is sealed and it never sold. Probably because I'm asking too much for it. But anyway, I have a second copy now. I can probably let this one go for cheaper than, of course, people would expect. I don't know how much. Anyway, if you're interested in a Maniac Cop, let me know. This one's for sale. So very cool copy, Korean copy right here. Okay, next one. This is, oh my god, this is kind of really rare. Okay, what the hell, right? So the monster on the cover is from like a Charles Band film, like a vampire, like blood-sucking something. I forgot the title. I'm getting old. But a Charles Band, you know what I'm talking about if you're into those films. It says Zombie 3, so Zombie 3. Someone might think, okay, Zombie 3, the Fulci / Bruno Mattei film that was a train wreck, but that most people like anyway because it's so campy. But no, it's not that either. If you look on the back, oh, look at those photos right there. Well, it's Burial Ground. So this movie is Burial Ground, marketed under Zombie 3 with a early 90s horror film from Charles Band production. So there you go. This is quite rare. I found only one other copy before that, and that was maybe 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago. Sold it in a heartbeat. This copy is quite clean and unfaded. Has a bit of edge on the edge here, but I mean, it's overall very clean, and it's in its original clamshell, so that's really cool. Okay, next one. Caligula. Well, it says Caligula. It's not the Tinto Brass Caligula, but it's another Italian ripoff. But it's really cool because this is under the DNS label. So I don't know which Caligula it is. I have to do a bit of research, check with the director on the back, because obviously the pictures are from Tinto Brass Caligulas, but it's something else. So let's check this out later, but another great addition. Next one, another DNS. Prom Night 2. And oh my God, I've been asked for Prom Night 1. I don't even know if it exists in Korea. I've never found it. I've never seen it. I have no clue. But the other prom night I was able to find is Prom Night 4 of all prom nights. And that was it. So I didn't know that even other prom nights existed, but this is Prom Night 2. So I was like, wow. So I grabbed it right away. It's a DNS, our beloved DNS label. Really cool cover. It's in really good shape. I mean, barely any sun fade. Maybe the yellow here isn't as yellow as there, but the pink is the same pink. Anyway, it's a good it's a good tape. All right, next one. We continue with the DNS. Whoop. Killer Workout. So this one too, another great tape. I had it in the past, maybe twice, sold it. Yeah, it's easy to sell. People like this film. And this one also is like unfaded spine, very nice copy. So that was a great take. Okay, next one. This is a Gold Star. By the way, if you know Gold Star, you know LG. So Gold Star used to be what LG is. LG means Lucky Gold Star. So there you go. So that's what Gold Star stood for at the time. This is Le Vieux Fusil, French film from Robert Enrico. That was it was marketed weirdly at the time. It was more like marketed as a drama, and it is a drama. It's a war drama, but it's kind of really gruesome, and at some points it's like outbursts of violence, and you're like, oh my God. So maybe people were kind of shocked when they saw that in the theater back then, but it's a really good film. If you haven't seen it, go watch it, and do not look at this cover because it's kind of not too good and does not represent the film at all. The only thing that's actually from the movie is perhaps the Romy Schneider photo right there. The rest, I don't think it's even from the film. So, but it's super rare, by the way. It's the first time I come across a copy, and it's in pretty good shape. I mean, unfaded, pretty clean cover and everything. So it was a must grab. So here you go. Next one. You saw that when I was kind of browsing around. This is Dario Argento's Tenebrae, whatever. It's pretty rare now. The last time I had a copy of this, I mean, it was like several years ago. I would say, again, maybe 6 years ago. I found like 1 or 2 copies, sold them, and that was it. And ever since, I've never found a copy except like yesterday. And again, this one is in also good shape, a bit faded on the spine, but overall, very good condition. Also, one thing to notice is that the sleeve is a bit oversized compared with the clamshell itself. So what it does, it can damage the edges like here or at the top, but this one didn't get much damage or barely any, just right there at the bottom front and here at the top, but that's it. So very happy about this one. I do have a bunch of Argento at home, so this is just one I didn't have in stock, so I'm pretty glad I have it now. Okay, and I'm pretty much almost done with all the horror stuff. I keep the best for the last. So there you go. So this is a gorgeous copy of The Beast in Heat. That was like a very like good film, or crappy film, should we say. Anyway, from the 70s, again, like a Nazi exploiter, great film. If you like that kind of stuff, it's at the top. Again, the Korean copy, I came across that maybe, I would say maybe maybe that's the 4th time I get a copy of this. And they were all like pretty okay, not like gorgeous copies or crappy ones. They were kind of fairly collectible. I would say this one is also sitting at the top. It's in pretty good shape. I mean, the sleeve isn't damaged or anything at the bottom or anywhere. I mean, red color is the easiest color to see like faded. That in yellow, like when you see some yellow writing, it's 9 out of 10 times faded. Red is the same thing. It goes like a bit pink. This one is no exception. Is slightly pink, but I would say like maybe like 5 to 10% faded on the spine. So it's a great copy. It's a beautiful copy, and it's in its original case, the NVC casing. So that's a huge plus for this. Okay, and I keep the best for last. Like I said, this is my crown jewel of what I found yesterday. Death Carries a Cane. So Giallo, very good film once again. The Korean tape is quite rare. I mean, not to say very, very rare. And this copy here is absolutely gorgeous, except for that little, you know, it's missing like a bit of black right there in the corner. But it's in one piece. It's just like it's been, you know, scratched a bit. But other than that, look at this. The spine is just, it's near mint. It's perfect. And the back as well. There's absolutely no fade in this cover. So this is, oh my God, I won't find another copy like this for sure. So if this is your stuff, I mean, this one is for sale as well. So if you want it, comment down below. All right, so now let's move on to the erotica films. Some of them are more like towards like dramas and stuff. I'm grabbing those films, by the way, because I'm doing a write-up on the subject. It's not because I'm a perv. It's just like for archival purposes. And also because those tapes, I mean, once they're gone, they're gone. None of those movies have been re-released on DVD. And they tend to be like, there's tend to be like a cult following for those now in Korea. I mean, there's people trying to buy them more and more. When I see like on online websites or like some kind of eBay sites, they tend to have like more people bidding on them for no reason. I mean, maybe for the same reason as I do collect them. So it's just collectibles. So anyway, let's start with the first one. This one might be more like a drama, Korean drama, but see like the kind of casing is a bit smaller. So this is kind of rare. Sorry, my dog is intruding right here. Anchang, go, 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 go. Okay, sorry about that. So anyway, I grabbed this one. Looks like erotica drama, Korean, quite rare. Grabbed it. Next one, another rare old film from Korea with the hanbok. It's like a period drama. This too might be a bit hard to find nowadays. And for the price, I mean, it was a no-brainer. I just grabbed it. Now something from the 90s. This is 1994. I do have first part. This is second part. I had this, but my copy was kind of moldy and wouldn't play. So, I mean, again, I saw this one, I'm like, okay, let's grab it. There's like some kind of, you know, it's probably filmed in the Philippines when Korea had like grandiose plans of shooting like erotica abroad and making like a big industry out of it. So that's pretty interesting right there. Next one's this one. Those are all from the same actress. She's called Chalin. It's probably not her real name, obviously. And I mean, those films are kind of hard to find now. And she's cute. I didn't have any movies with her. I mean, I'm just starting to grab them to make like a kind of a portfolio to see like what was her filmography. She was very famous like in the early 2000s, I would say like around 2002, and her career went on to maybe 2005, and then she vanished. Anyway, so but she was really famous back then. She had like so many tapes and even DVDs, so quite a famous performer. Okay, let's put this aside. The next one, this lady, she's still doing movies, and she's quite interesting because she did so many things. She had like a play in Seoul, like some kind of erotic play. People would go see. I forget the name. I think it's Miranda or something like that. And she also did a body double for more like a horror film. She was the body double for a horror film for the poster, because I guess the main actress didn't want to show her body. So I mean, you don't see much because like everything is kind of censored or hidden by something, but she was featured on a horror movie poster and they just use her as the body double. So her name is Da-Hye. And those two films I didn't have of her. I guess she made like over 200 or 300 films. Of course, she appeared in so many productions. But I mean, I saw those two, I'm like, why not? So just to make her filmography a bit more complete, so I grabbed them. The next ones, right here. So the next ones, those again are another actress of early 2000. She was very famous. Once again, I didn't have any of her films, but I kept seeing those tapes and I'm like, maybe I should just make a folder, a portfolio of like all her movies. So I just decided to grab like those films once again. So nothing outstanding. I mean, you look at the covers, it's nothing like super appealing, but I mean, she was famous back then and I think she deserved a folder on my computer for more research on her filmography and what she did. So there you go. Those were the films I grabbed yesterday. I may go back and get more stuff tomorrow or maybe later this week. So I'm hoping to get a bit more stuff, maybe like that Taiwanese series I showed you. Maybe if I can find tape number 5, if there is a tape number 5. Otherwise, well, I'll have to go with what I have, but I'm very happy, especially about stuff like this. This made my day. Just those 2 tapes alone. I mean, I could have trashed the rest. No, I'm kidding. But those 2 make up for so much. I mean, for me, those are like super rarities. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed the video. So if you are not a member, please subscribe. This helps me a lot. And put a like, hit the like button, and just drop a comment if there's anything you want to know about the tapes I got, stuff you're like, hey, what is this? Or you want to know more information, do not be shy and please comment. All right, see you next, and thank you.